I'm Adam.
And I'm Chick.
And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way.
Hey Chick, are you familiar with Humpty Dumpty? The egg from the nursery rhyme?
That's the one.
Sure, he fell off the wall.
Have you ever wondered what happened next?
Not really.
Well, today's book is just that. Let's get started.
After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. A story by Dan Santat. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the sky, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen.
I can't blame him for not climbing that wall.
Why is that?
You don't see many hippos climbing anything. I think it's more about fear than anything else.
Exactly. I would be afraid of climbing that ladder. You know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I'm a pretty big guy.
Well, hopefully Humpty Dumpty gets to overcome his fear. Let's keep going and see.
I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. But day after day, I kept trying and trying until I got it just right. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. They always do.
All that work for nothing. Why do you say that? Because that airplane is gone forever. You think he'll give up? He spent all that time learning how to make the perfect paper airplane. He can just make another. You wouldn't go after it? If it were up to me, I'd grab a bulldozer and knock that thing over. Why does this city have an enormous wall anyway? I never thought about that.
I almost walked away again. But then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time, until I was no longer afraid. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully, you'll remember me as the egg who got back up and learned how to fly.
Holy Jeezers. I know, right? He never gave up. I don't know what to think. Maybe that it pays to never give up. He's got to be going through some existential crisis. Is he an egg? It seems like he'd already lived a pretty long life. Now is he suddenly going to self-identify as a bird? I think that the point of the book was, 'cause it seems like if he didn't know that he was going to turn into a bird. Does this happen to all the giant eggs walking around? I don't know if there are other giant eggs walking around. I think that the lesson of this is to never give up. To stay optimistic? Exactly. To go through a complete metamorphosis to avoid danger? I think mostly the optimism and never giving up. For example, don't give up on liking this video and subscribing to the channel. I'm Adam. And I'm Chick. And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Did you know the famous poem of Humpty Dumpty does not say that he was an egg at any point